Hey, Cosmic Superstars, welcome to Honestly. My name is Teo, and I am so happy to have you here with me today. So, today's video is actually going to share some spiritual tips and tricks on how to cleanse your energy field and release emotions. And the reason I am doing this video is, truth be told, I had a bit of an episode a couple of hours ago where I kind of got triggered by something my partner said on the way. I understand it was my thing, but he said something or did something, I can't remember anymore because it's just being processed. But basically, I found myself getting really irritated, frustrated, angry, annoyed, and I just felt all this energy coming to the surface, which I'm not surprised about because yesterday was a full moon, and during full moon weeks, I get very sensitive. I'm, yeah, easily aggravated, easily provoked, easily triggered. My emotions are running high. So I'm not surprised that today he said something and then I was like, "Grah!" But I did not project onto him. Instead, I went outside and I had a bit of a what I call an invisible rant, just ranting to myself. And then I was like, hey, it's time to snap out of it now. Are you done ranting? And then, part of me is like, yes, I don't want this anymore. I'm done with these emotions. Like, okay, now let's ground it, release it. Let's move on. And so then I started doing a few different things to help me release. And 2 hours later, I'm feeling great. Okay, I won't say 100%, but I'm feeling so much better than I was before. And then I channeled that energy into making this project, this video, which is another way to shift gears, shift from those sort of unhealthy emotional states. So yeah, let's get onto it, guys. So after you've had an emotional episode, that's what I'm just going to call it. And what I mean by emotional episode, you've had a breakdown, there's all sorts of emotions running through. You need to then ground yourself, center yourself. And a good way to do that, obviously, is connect to the earth. So find yourself a tree, some grass, or even like go to the beach or go have a shower, right? Grounding yourself through the earth elements is great for bringing your attention back into yourself and for releasing. So what I like to do is I sometimes like to get my feet onto the ground. I like to put my hands on the ground, and my personal thing is sometimes when I'm really, really angry or I've got a lot of things that I need to release, I crawl up into a ball on the grass, head down, hands down, and then I start breathing into the earth. I imagine myself or visualize myself breathing all that anger, all that pain, all that frustration back into the earth. And at the same time, I'm asking our Earth Mother to please help me take these energies away, to help transmute it into something better, just to help me feel grounded and find myself again. And that's what I tend to do to help, ground myself and bring myself into balance. And then the next thing I normally like to do if I'm not doing other things is I will smudge myself. So you can smudge with either white sage or you can smudge with Palo Santo. Now, just on those two different herbs, there's so many different herbs that you can use there. You don't have to restrict yourself to those, but do read about what herbs are healthy and not. Like, there are some that you shouldn't be burning because it might be toxic for you, but yeah, read up on it. But the two herbs that I like to use, or plant medicines, is white sage. And white sage is actually really good for clearing out everything. And what I mean by everything is clearing out both the negative and positive energy. To be honest, I don't even like using the word negative and positive because they're just particle charges. So if I'm thinking in a scientific way, so I would say removing low vibrations and high vibrations. That's how I would probably want to word things moving forward. But anyway, off topic. So white sage is good for clearing out everything, both the low vibrations and the high vibrations. So it's like an ultimate reset, and that's why white sage is really good for when you're moving into a new space, moving into a new home, moving to a new office. It's good to cleanse everything out, everybody's crap from before, and then ta-da! It's a new space for you to start your day with. So yeah, it's really good to smudge with for new spaces and clearing out everything. And yeah, that's I'm just like pretending that I'm smudging myself right now. Anyway, and another herb that I like to use, or like earth element, I like to use Palo Santo, or which is also known as holy wood. And you know, this has a less pungent smell as opposed to white sage. I like the scent of Palo Santo. It's just this really nice woody smell, aroma. And then, you know, normally I'll just sort of just light it up and then wave it around and sort of like also what's your brush it into me. Like you can use feathers if you have feathers, or leaf, or a fan to sort of brush the air close into your body, so then it's like actually going to you, because sometimes if you're smudging in front of you, it's just staying in front of you. So it's good to wave your hand sort of into the smoke so it actually hits your body as well in your energetic field. And yeah, so those two tools can be used to help clear your energy field as well. And another way to sort of clear yourself and ground yourself is very simple: drink a glass of water. Yes, water is very grounding and healing. Water is just the best. To be honest, if you ask me what's my favorite drink, water. It's water. My partner always like, water is amazing. I don't know how many times like a week that we're drinking water. It's like, I love water, and it's like, yeah, we're pretty funny like that. Anyway, so water is another tool that you can help not only ground but help you clear out your body. And you know, sometimes it's good to just set the intent and ask the water, like, please help nourish my body, mind, and soul. Please help clear out what no longer serves me, and then drink. You know, and give thanks and thank you, water, for your help. And yeah, another way we can cleanse and clear out, you know, low vibrational juju, is that how you say it? Is to have a shower, have a nice shower, or if those of you who are lucky and have a bathtub, have a nice salt water bath. You know, sea salts, Epsom salts, sprinkled with a little bit of essential oil. Having said that, please read up on which essential oils are safe for you and not, because let's say you're pregnant, not all essential oils are good for use. So always do your research, guys. Be smart. But yeah, like a nice bath in a saltwater bath is very cleansing for the energy field and your body. Right? And for those of you who don't have a bathtub and wish to use Epsom salts, you can do what I normally do. So I get a bucket of water, and then I get a few spoons of my little mixture that I've made of sea salts and Epsom salts and a little bit of essential oils. I think I normally do lavender and ylang ylang, I think. That's the one that I normally do. And then I just pop that into the bucket, fill it up with water and mix it around, and then I sort of get a cup or my hands and I sort of just put it on me. And sometimes I'm setting intentions, and if you've got like a little sponge, you can also, you know, dunk it in the water and then sort of clear certain areas. Like today I sort of like put it on my throat and like help me to speak up, cleanse this, and I'm like in my third eye it's like unblock, and then I'm like, oh, in my stomach area and my solar plexus, you know, trying to clear out all these things. And then at the end I always leave a little bit and I just dunk it all over. And that's sort of like a nice cleansing ritual to just clear everything from your body. And after that, I normally do a proper rinse with just clean water, because as you can see, I have colored hair and salt in my hair is not good, if that makes sense. Anyway, so that's another way to help you ground and heal. And what is another way you can heal? Oh, pets. If you have any pets, guess what? They're really good at helping you get back into yourself and finding your happy place. So sometimes your pets might even come to you naturally when they see that you're angry or upset, or you can go to them and just sort of pat them. And then they sort of calm you and settle you. And yeah, so pets can help with that process too. Ooh, what else is there? It's like finally, or not finally, another way to help sort of get that you know, remove all that bad energy is to pray to your guides, pray to spirit, pray to source. Just pray and ask, hey guys, I really don't want this energy. Could you please help clear it out for me? Please give me a good sleep. Please, when I'm sleeping tonight, can you please send me some healing? And yeah, like, spirit is there to help you, you know. And I think the more of us the more of us who actually connect to spirit, the better it is going to be for the world, because yeah, we need to connect to spirit more, if that makes sense. Or maybe I'm not making sense. I never feel like I'm making sense. But anyway, so they are my little tips and tricks on how to sort of flush out the bad energy, especially after you've had a bit of an emotional episode, a breakdown, meltdown, you just feeling like you're just really heavy. They are good ways of helping you to shift gears, because you really don't want to be holding on to this energy, these feelings for longer than required, because what tends to happen is it takes you down a deep, dark spiral, and then sometimes, not all the time, it can manifest into disease. So yeah, just be careful, okay guys? And it's normal to go through these emotions. Like I mentioned earlier in this video, it's very, very normal, and don't be so hard on yourself if you have these moments. It's just the nature of life. It's the nature of being human, and just allow it to come through. Like, don't suppress, just let it come through. Like, if there's a lot of anger, stuff that you want to say or yell at someone, instead of yelling at someone, go find a private space or go in the shower. I tend to do this sometimes in the shower when I'm angry. I go to the shower, and then while I'm cleansing, that's when I'm like going, blah, 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 blah. That's what I do. And then I feel better afterwards because I let it out, but I didn't project it at a person. I just let it out. The biggest tip or trick that I want people to understand is you gotta let it out. Otherwise, it's unhealthy for you. Not on just an emotional, energetic level, spiritual level, but also on a physical level, it will affect you eventually. So yeah, those are my tips and tricks on how to release, let go, clear out your energy field, and then lastly, if you still got a lot of energy in you, direct that energy into going and getting a workout, dancing, or into your projects. Like what I'm doing right now. I took that energy and I'm going to focus all this energy into this project, and then it'll take you back into yourself and you'll feel good again. So yeah, I hope this video made sense and was helpful. But yeah, that's all I'm going to say. Thank you guys. I love you so much, and see you sometime soon. Bye.